Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today it's gonna be all about answering your questions. I decided to do this Q&A because you guys had so many questions for me and this is the best way to answer them. You guys had a lot of very great but also very personal questions. I've never done one of these before, so I'm just gonna jump right into this. This is going to be very interesting. How and when did you meet your husband? I met Federico during my internship. I was working at this salon and my boss happens to know Federico, and we were at this party and we got introduced to each other. Federico was very interested in getting to know me, but I was a little bit, insecure about it. I really liked him, but I didn't want him to see that because I was playing hard to get. I wanted to make sure that this wasn't something that I'm going to waste my time on, and he showed me that, I am interested in getting to know you, and he really did not give up. Even tried to walk away from him to the other side, and minutes later he was standing next to me and he was like, "Hi." Anyway, so we exchanged each other's phone number. I gave in. I was like, okay, if you like me this much, we can do this. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, I really liked him and our relationship grew stronger, and we've been together for 8 years now. What is it like to be married to someone with a different religion and culture? Good question. It's fun because you get to learn new things about each other's culture. You get to compare each other's culture. You get to talk about it. We learn so much from each other, and even though that he's European and I am from the Middle East, there are so many similarities in our cultures and beliefs and way of thinking that we didn't see this as a challenge. When you love someone, you love their culture, you love their background, you respect everything that comes with them. If you guys are interested, in hearing more about this, I am willing to do a longer tutorial talking about my experience and how I survived this, because I know a lot of girls are going through the same thing that I went through, and I know how lonely it can get sometimes and how hard it can get, and so I'm really willing to talk about it. If you guys are interested, comment below and let me know. Oh, this one is fun. You look pregnant. Are you pregnant? No, I am not pregnant. I just, love food. Do you want kids? How many and when? Yes, we are ready to have kids, and if God's willing, and I will be pregnant right now, I will be so happy. But if it happens, next year or the year after, that's fine. It happens when it happens. Why did you leave Iraq? Well, at that time, my parents had their reasons for leaving Iraq, and one of them was because of the war. They wanted their children to be safe. So we left Iraq when I was 12 years old, and that was like one of the saddest moments in my entire life. The first 4 years, I begged my parents to bring me back to Iraq because I was in a shock, being this Iraqi girl, 12 years old, coming to Europe. Everyone spoke a different language that I just didn't understand, and I missed my friends and I missed my grandparents and my family, and I understood later on, that they did it for us. So they wanted us to be safe, that's all. And I think as a parent, it's never easy, to leave a country. It's not that easy, it really isn't. So when they did that, there was a good reason for it. What do you remember about your home country, and can you speak Arabic? I have so many memories about growing up in Iraq. I grew up in my grandparents' house, and I remember waking up very early in the morning, and I could hear my grandma feeding the chickens in the backyard. The smell of fresh baked bread that my grandma used to make every morning for breakfast. I also remember that when it was very hot, and it can get very hot in Iraq, we used to sleep on the rooftop. So we used to bring our pillows and our blankets, and we just, you know, lay there watching the stars the entire night. I also have scary memories about Iraq when the sirens went off and, you know, people start running inside their homes, and all of a sudden you just hear some explosion here and explosion there. You hide with your parents under the stairs. I didn't let those scary moments ruin my childhood. We just went back outside and, you know, we were playing again. I just put the interview that I did with this Iraqi TV station on my blog, and you can hear me speak Arabic. It's on my blog, so go and check it out. What is your favorite Iraqi dish? Are you kidding me? That's a really hard question. That's not fair. So I love biryani, maqlouba, simaj mazgouf, bache. I haven't had that in years. Tashriba gilla. And I can't choose. I love all of them. That's a really mean question. I can't choose. I love all Iraqi dishes. What made you start making hair tutorials? Were you inspired? There were things happening in my life and they were really bothering me, and every time I get bored or I go through hard times, I get creative. It was late at night and I was sitting there at the salon and I didn't have any clients at that moment, so I decided to make this braid. And I edited it and I just put it on Instagram, and I got so many great compliments about it that I started to make another one, and all of a sudden something existed that I wasn't planning, on. I wasn't focusing on, being active on social media, but it happens. We all get creative sometimes, whether it's with makeup or with cooking, and I happened to be creative at making updos. So what program and camera do you use for your tutorials? Believe it or not, I record everything with my iPhone. I just use the camera, I flip it, and I use good lighting, and I just sit there and I do my updo, and I use iMovie to edit the tutorial, and I just put it on my Instagram. Before and besides YouTube, what else did you do? I'm a hairstylist. I still work 3 days a week at a hair salon, and before that I used to work at a daycare. And after 3 years, I decided to switch. I was looking for something that I could be very creative at, so that's why I became a hairdresser. How often do you wash your hair and why? I wash my hair every 4 days. My hair is extremely dry, so I don't have to wash it every day. That will make it worse. My hair doesn't get greasy, my scalp does. So what we are actually doing is we are washing our hair because we think our hair is greasy. Well, your hair isn't greasy, your scalp is greasy. So when you wash your hair every single day, you're actually stripping the good oils out of your hair. So what I try to do is I can survive the first 3 days, and the 4th day I use dry shampoo or put my hair up. So that's my advice. This is how I do it. How does it feel to be famous? First of all, you guys, I do not see myself as a famous person. The word famous, I rather call it known. What is it like to be known by people? Well, that's a lot of fun. When I walk down the street and I hear someone calling my name like, Sarah, oh my, you're from Instagram, right? And I'm like, yeah, oh hi, of course, yes, you know me. It's fun, it really is, and I'm really thankful for everything that is happening to me right now. If you could be someone else for a day, who would that be? I would love to be Julia Roberts. She is one of my favorite actresses, and I just love her personality. I love when she laughs, and I love her when she cries in movies. She always gets to me. Do you set goals each year for what you want to achieve in your life and career? I do have goals, of course. I just try to live my life day by day. I do have plans for next week, but I have no idea what I want to do next year. Things come to my path and all of a sudden they change the whole thing. So to make sure that I don't get disappointed, that I don't live you know, in the future, just live in the present. I just want to deal with everything that's happening now instead of just, you know, trying to figure out who I want to be or what do I want to do in the future. What gets you motivated to live such a positive life? Everything around me gets me motivated. I still have my parents. I am healthy, thank God, knock on wood. I get to see my little sister getting older, you know, and becoming an adult. It's really about counting your blessings. When you do that every day, you will see everything in a positive way. When are you going to get a new dog? Yeah, that's a good question. For those who don't know, I lost my dog last December. His name was Chubby because he had this chubby belly. Oh, I miss him so much. Chubby was my first dog ever, and I had him for 11 years. I am thinking about getting a new dog. It's just, my life is so hectic right now. I love dogs. I miss Chubby badly every single day. Like, he reminds me of everything. So it's also very hard for me, you know, when I go on the internet and just, you know, search for a new dog. I feel so guilty. At the moment, I'm not gonna have any dog yet, but if my husband would surprise me with a new dog, I wouldn't mind. What is your advice for a healthy marriage? I've been married for almost 3 years now, and it's a lot of work. We communicate a lot with each other. I mean, we talk about everything. The most important thing is that you respect each other for who you are. The moment you try to change someone and the moment you try to force your way of living upon someone, you know, it's not gonna work. I mean, Federico is a person. He has his life, his way of thinking, and I respect and accept that. I know you guys had a lot of questions about my hair and what product I use. I want to make another tutorial for that because otherwise this is going to be a very long tutorial. So I will make another tutorial and it's going to be all about answering your questions concerning my hair, the product that I use, you know, how I deal with my hair. I really enjoyed doing this. If I haven't answered yours today, don't worry, I will definitely make another one every now and then, you know, to give you an update about how everything is going. I really hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you next time. Bye!